is Jon Eaves. I'm the CEO of E3 Networks. I have today spoken at DataCentre Strategics in Sydney 2010. And my speech was on realistically supplying energy efficient environments for high density demands and high density clients. Those clients really being above the 30 kilowatt per rack customer. They are a small market segment, but they're a segment now in Sydney we cater for quite extensively, dealing with an awful lot of movie and mining companies that require that density. The presentation was to cover the design to delivery of an energy efficient outcome for true high density, from the conception of design of the data center building to finding and supplying the power to the facility, facilitating the cooling and the cooling amount required. This also then engaged us to cover facets such as, do we go for hot aisle containment, cold aisle containment, hot and cold aisle cooling, and to cover the whole aspect so that the customer was taken care of and his facility was safe at that density. No, the only advantage to using free cooling is the energy saving, and because everybody has a green conscience currently and presently, especially in the data center market, everybody needs to save energy to have a greener outlook and a greener data center. We ourselves chose the free cooling chillers because a normal free cooling environment, especially in the likes of Sydney, wasn't able enough to carry or put enough air into the facility. Free cooling is also only good on a standalone unit for low density. When you go into a high density facility, you're unable to get enough air, physically volume wise, into an area to supply high density. We had to facilitate the high density environment. We had to look at all the different manufacturers, and we did look at them individually. The likes of APC, we looked at Stultz, we looked at Emerson, we looked at everybody, but the only one that would actually work would be the APC environment. Now, there were many other providers that would supply and allow us to cool 30 kilowatts of rack, but as an overview and for the redundant aspect to keep this customer online should any piece of equipment fail, the APC hot aisle containment system was the one that fitted both ours and our customers' needs. As a bespoke data center supply, we have to look at what the customer wants, not what we want the customer to fit into, and that was a company agreement between us and the customer that we chose for using the hot aisle APC system. The advantage of the hot aisle containment system for redundancy is that having multiple cooling units, multiple supply paths, multiple cooling intakes into the room means that without actually having a complete blackout or complete power failure, the customer should be online 99.99% of the time. Should there be any issue, because the individual cooling units are individually powered, individually supplied, individually cooled, we can lose one individual unit on either row or two individual units on any row simultaneously, and the cooling air from the other units will still be enough to keep the customer online within SLA limits, preventing any issues. We chose a particular product because their support, their initial design stipulations and design criteria they gave us, they were able to show us in real time using 3D graphics the problems with using hot aisle, the problems with using cold aisle, the problems with using hot and cold aisle. We were able to test redundancy, we were able to stress test the build in entirety before we actually purchased the equipment, whereas some of the other companies tend to sit us down, tell us physically that their equipment was good without actually having any physical proof behind it. And because of the density requirement of our customer, we had to be 100% sure in our mind and both the customer's mind that this product was going to be the way to carry this customer for the next 10 years. Difficult at a conference like this to give you one key point to take away. think that the only key point that is not from my particular speech or anybody else's particular speech, one thing has become apparent through all of the suppliers that are here today and the general topic of conversation between other delegates is that efficiency, especially energy efficiency between supply and demand of equipment for customers, is becoming the primary concern. Everybody is looking for more greener data centres to supply and cool their IT equipment. The conference today has been fantastic. The people here are very good. The DataCentre strategics team obviously have this now put in a way that makes it very fluid and efficient. The 3 rooms have also helped give people a very diverse feed into different topics without forcing everybody into a single or a dual room for topics they may have no interest in. So yeah, it's been a very good day so far.